Test, test, mic test. Good morning, everyone. Gil here from your online mastermind group. Welcome to the morning session. Today is Monday, so happy Monday to everybody. It's just a little bit after 9 o'clock. It's about 9:03 a.m. here. Looks like our pre-mic test worked out real well. You should be able to hear the other moderators on the session. Like any session we do start, the questions panel is open for questions, feedback, clarifications. Maybe got some violent reactions from the weekend. I don't know. But it is open, so you can go ahead and type your inquiries in there. That way we can answer them, get those questions or items resolved, and keep you moving forward there in your business. So while we wait for some of the other confirmations and questions to pop up onto the chat line, you can also email them in. We do have those checked out and reviewed, or you can text your questions in. That's another way some of our other members have been able to participate in this group. I do like to, get into dialogue. So if you have a deal that needs some structuring, a marketing piece that needs some modification, or squeeze page, something, I do like to, get into a dialogue, and makes it a little bit more exciting. And that way we can definitely zero in on, some key points and things that really need to be updated and tweaked. So while we wait for those things to go in, let me go ahead and transition here over a couple group updates. We do have quite a few new members. I believe, let's see, how many? 45 new members were added. I think this was just within the last 24 hours. So thank you to those of you who continue to invite other members into the group, people that could benefit from our daily marketing and real estate training. Once again, these sessions are, complimentary. It's designed so that we can respond and you can get a question right away and you have a direct line to us. At some point during the day. So we've got 45 new members that just popped up on here. I have not officially welcomed them yet, but it looks like they passed some initial profile reviews from some other members. And so, I got the notification some new people are in the group. So please do welcome them. Another item, we have updated our format for our file section, okay? All cash buyer files have been deleted, removed. Those are all old, dated. You need some new cash buyer lists to keep your list fresh, and so the file section has been cleaned up. We still have some other documents that are still up on there, which are available for your guys' download as well, especially if you're new to this series. Okay. Now, for the updated process for requesting a cash buyer list, you do need to send an email to our team so that they can pull this list. It is done manually. We have an awesome lady who has volunteered and joined us on these live sessions providing cash buyer lists for the group. So to our cash buyer lady, thank you so much. Much appreciated. We're very lucky to have you on these sessions. I'm not sure if you guys heard from Bill earlier, a little bit of trouble trying to get him on the session, but it looks like everybody else that should be in the session is already logged in. All right. So we got some new members popping up. I see some people posting requests for cash buyers. Please send an email to the office, and that is provided on here as well. Just pause the video if you need to so you can check that out, or log into the group, right? Log into the group. Now, we do have some people pending a group approval. It appears that their profiles are not clearing the initial check. So if you've got a friend that's been trying to get into the group, send us a message or post it on here in the forum so we can get them logged into the get them into the group, approve the request. Because we don't approve everybody. If you're a robot, a spammer, or if you've got some really gnarly, ridiculous content that is way, way, way out there, and I'm talking like nuts. Chances are you're not going to be approved here in the group, or we're going to ask to get on a conversation, so we can screen the profile effectively. Snow, I hope you were able to log into these new sessions, right? I hope you're able to log into the new sessions. You do have to re-register under this new link. Really easy to do. Now, at the time, let's see, I'm trying to... Yes, so the latest updates and schedules, if there's any changes, especially when it comes to our 9 a.m. sessions and our live webinar series, those updates and changes in schedule are posted here inside of our Facebook group. Okay. Now, a couple people did have a hard time getting in into our session. I think some people are still under the assumption that they have the webinar hasn't started. It has. Google was got hit today, so they got some tech issues on their end. So those of you that made it on the session live, excellent, great, welcome. Those of you that are just watching the replay, that's why we have these replays. So hopefully we can make it. We'll see you live on tomorrow's session. All right. Other than that, it looks like it's business as usual. Taking a look at the chat messages on here. Just let me take a look at my text to make sure we didn't miss anything. All right, business as usual. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Did you have a webinar on Saturday? No, I didn't have a webinar on Saturday. None last weekend. We do have them on the weekends sometimes. That depends on what we've got going on the week and the type of training and content for the group. So, but none last weekend. Cool. All right. So what else we got going on here? Yes, loud and clear. We can see you. The screen looks good. A little blurry on my end, says Janie. Hopefully that internet will refresh there in a second. I try to close all my other window browsers. That way, you know, the internet's not getting parceled off to sucked off into some other program or anywhere else, right? Okay, cool. So if there's anything urgent that pops up, we get our East Coast group that logs in about 15, 20 minutes from now while they're at work. So we're looking forward to you guys joining us. But while we wait for any inquiries to come in, go ahead and type them in there. Let's jump right back into the series that I had started last week, which is building local authority, credibility, or becoming a local resource or contact person there in your area. Okay. Now, we've been able to generate leads in a number of different ways. Right. We do the traditional stuff, right? You know, direct mail, bandit signs, pay-per-click. Well, that's not really traditional. I'm sorry, I meant bandit signs, flyers. Let's see, what are the other Post-it notes, sticky notes, right? But the fun stuff, the ones where it's little to no competition, those are the lead sources that I'm going to be discussing over the next month or so and how you can implement and set that up on your end. Okay. Now, what we're doing here is we're going to be, I want to be able to bridge and link all of the upcoming lead and marketing channels that I'll be talking about over the next couple weeks, because a lot of it is linked and directly related to your online presence. Okay. Basically getting found on Google. What does Google, what do the search engines look for? What do they like to see? What do they not like to see? Okay. And how you can hijack or pretty much dominate your local area with these marketing tools and channels. And I'm going to show you you know, why the playing field is wide open. And chances are none of the real estate courses that you've bought has this kind of stuff. The last time we had put out some pretty cool ninja marketing to generate a whole bunch of traffic and leads and motivated sellers, we quickly got wind from it because it appeared in somebody else's course, or we were asked to, you know, come on board and talk a little bit about that and really explain, you know, what the campaign did, how it worked, and how they can, you know, their students can do it, or how they can apply it in their business. Okay, so a lot of the content, majority of what you're going to see over the next couple of weeks, are marketing and lead sources that you won't find in the traditional marketing or real estate and training courses that are already out there. Okay, they're also going to be stacked and linked and focusing on building digital assets, so how people can find you. Okay, so we are going to be applying this today to the real estate industry or niche. How to find motivated sellers or leads that are interested in selling their house. Now, with moving forward into these sessions, because I got a really good email last week from a massage therapist in their area who is looking to build out a real estate, you know, flipping a real estate based company. And, you know, they were asking if the marketing tips, tools, and strategies that I'm going to be talking about and breaking in detail, if that can be applied to other companies, industry sources, and channels, and the answer is a big fat yes. So all you would have to do is change the industry and make it relevant to your own, and you can directly apply this to what you're currently doing. We have a lot of marketing professionals that log on to these sessions, assistants, people that work remotely, investors, marketers, promoters, and so test them out. Send me some feedback, and yes, it can and does apply. So what we're going to jump into today, as I mentioned last week, we're going to open we're going to continue the series with image marketing and promotions. Okay, image marketing and promotions. Now, while I jump into that, let me go ahead and start taking some notes here for the group so that we'll be able to follow along step by step. There are people that love these notes and prefer the notes over the video. I like both. I like to watch the video, play it, pause it, do whatever it says. If it's a walkthrough, copy paste the text, make sure I can counter check the quality of the work or that I did it right. And so we just opened a notes section on here. Nothing crazy there, right? And so we'll take some notes, daily notes and training. Okay. Now, when we had, I'm comfortable, putting this out last year because when we did a lot of online pay-per-click stuff, one of the keys to success of that particular campaign are the type of images that we had used on the online marketing. Okay. Now, most people directly associate pay-per-click with one simple ad that's on there. That's the image and that's it, right? The way I approach my marketing is that it's linked to a number of different parts. We use the images in multiple ways, right? So we'll use them for billboard advertising. We'll use them for pay-per-click. We'll also use them for a car magnet or videos. So it's stacked. It's built one on top of the other, and it allows me to maximize the time that I'm spending in creating these marketing campaigns. It's not just a one source, and I'm never going to be making money off of it, or it eliminates not eliminates, but it increases my opportunity to make money from it, whether immediately or in the future. There we go. Does that make sense? So it allows me to generate leads immediately, convert those leads into sales and close transactions and deals. And if it doesn't happen in a short amount of time, then I can keep that particular marketing piece or digital asset out there so that it can either continue to generate leads or allow it enough time for the campaign to gain some traction and traffic to start flowing from it. Okay, so today we're going to talk about image marketing. I'm just going to start out with a few key pointers on why you should roll this out. Okay, so I'm going to go to google.com and I just did a quick search on Google. Okay. So google.com, let me browse that over. And I just did a keyword search for sell my house. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Gil, can you lower? Okay, there we go. Google.com, sell my house. And now a couple of things I'm going to do. If over here on the upper right-hand side, you're going to see a person and a globe. Now, because I'm going to be focusing on getting your business found, getting to page one, search, a little bit of some search engine optimization, just a big word. Please don't get intimidated. That basically means when somebody types something, they will find you. Okay, so in this case, what I'm going for is when somebody types sell my house fast, they will find my company so that we have the opportunity to get there first, right? And I can tell you, doing deals in the Los Angeles market, which is a super, super competitive market, being first to the door is a world of difference. It buys us a minimum 5 days. Being first to respond to a lead and set that appointment, they take their house off the market. They don't respond to anybody. Everything else stops until I get there, and we have about 5 days lead time before they start shopping around for other companies, other quotes, and competitors. Okay, so crucial stuff. Now, what I'm going to be showing you on here, if I type sell my house, okay, if you noticed, there are a couple of organic search results on here. Okay, now what I want to point out especially if you guys are going to be going into this, if you check the notes section, which should be right below this video, there's going to be a little link, okay, on keywords and securing your domains. Please go ahead and do that. All right. So I'm going to apply a certain territory on here. I'm not going to use my super competitive markets because it is possible to swipe and see all that stuff, but I am going to give you an actual live campaign that is working really well for us. So I'm going to put Sell My House Augusta. Okay, Sell My House Augusta. I'm going to go right here to the web, and all right, let's give that a chance to refresh. I think it might have went a fritz on me. Okay, perfect. So I want to click on hiding private results. Okay, so what I'm looking at here are generic search results. This is what everybody sees. If I keep showing private results, then these are the most frequent sites that I visit. So I want to look at what everybody else sees so I can get an accurate idea of ranking. Okay, so when I type in Sell My House Fast Augusta, okay, if you notice on here, for one, there is no Google Plus listing on here. So that's one, okay? Second, if you notice this little video that gets to pop up here on the search engine, which ranks higher than these organic websites or these websites here that are spending a whole bunch of money on online SEO and promotions and syndication and all that stuff. I mean, you've yellowpages.com, Craigslist is where I'm outranking that. Sellmyhousefast.com. I think this is a local website. I'm not sure. And these other networks and big vendors. Okay. So this particular link on here, this is our marketing piece right up on here. And can you show us what it looks like in a competitive? Yeah, let me show you what it looks like in a competitive market. And again, why this is a wide open field. I will put Sell My House Fast Los Angeles. Oh no, what's up with that? Let's go Miami. Oh, what's San Diego? Let's do San Diego. Sell My House Fast San Diego. There is no Google Places, Google Plus listing on here, right? There's one video. There's no picture on here. Wide open territory to get ranked and found on Google. Miami is a hot market, always getting calls from people wanting to do deals in Miami. Again, no Google Places listing, okay? No images on here as well. You have a video, and you've got the big companies that are on here, right? Yeah, Merchant Circle, 1-800-SELL-FAST. I believe this is a, who is that? Who does? Sean Terry. This is a Sean Terry product. Quote unquote franchise. So, you could easily outrank them, and they spend a ton of money on online marketing, syndications and promotions. But you don't see this on here, right? And if these are the most competitive of markets, then technically if you're going into a lower competition market, it's a more open playing field. It's easier to get found or to get on page one or to quickly optimize so that when somebody types Sell My House Fast, you will pop up on there. Okay, so just wanted to share that there with you guys briefly. Now let's go back to Sell My House Fast Augusta. It's a Georgia market that we've been marketing, farming, doing some deals in, both traditional wholesaling and a rent with an option to buy or some sort of owner financing or creative financing. Okay, so if you look on here, we are on page one. These are pay per click, these ads. Pay per click, where it will cost you anywhere from if you're in a competitive market, it's going to cost you minimum $10, right? And that's like the rock bottom minimum bid in order to gain any traction. But it can cost you as much as $20 per click. Okay, so this little space right on here, which is prime location, because I have a picture and a video that people can watch on there. This is for free, and this took about 15-20 minutes if you're familiar with posting online or with YouTube, maybe a little bit longer if you're new to it, but you can quickly scale, outsource, and just do this yourself, right? We want for you to be able to do it yourself first before you start outsourcing like crazy, unless you have the budget to be able to outsource. All right. Okay, so with this particular image and video, this is the end result that we're looking for. All right, to get you onto page one of Google. As you can see here, it's page one. These are third-party results, generic, what everybody else sees, okay? So I would like for this to be you, this website on here, this particular site, this listing, so that you can generate, you can get leads from an untapped source. You can get online traffic from an untapped source. Again, it's a wide open field. Just do the search in your area so you can see if any images or videos are popping up on there, or Google places links, because we're going to move forward and tie it, continue to build with images, videos, Google places, all that good stuff, different digital assets. Okay. All right. So this is the image which we converted into a video, as you notice on here. Let's get a picture on there. That's what we want, right? That's what we are going for, to get on to page 1. All right, so how do we do this? Okay, how do we do this? It's going to start with images. So I'm going to walk you through that right here, right now. And we're going to be talking about image marketing, promotions. Where do we start? Now, this isn't your typical advertising or traditional advertising. Okay, when we talk about image marketing and promotions, what we're talking about is building authority online. Okay, making sure that Google recognizes that your image, your video, your website, your listing is the most qualified, is the authority, the most credible, the most active. And so when somebody types your keyword, in this case, sell my house fast. If you're a plumber, it's, best plumber Los Angeles. When somebody types the keyword, they will find your company, your services, or your contact information and get you found on Google, ideally right on page 1 on the top there, just like what you saw with some of my active campaigns, right? And what's missing in some of the most competitive markets that are out there. So this is all about building authority, okay, so that people can find you online. All right. We want for you to get maximum exposure, get a whole bunch of traffic so that you get more leads, you get more sales, you do more deals at the end of the day. All right. Now, a couple of things I'm going to throw in there as best practices for this session. There must be consistency across the board in the keywords that you use. Okay, so be prepared to use the keyword over and over. That is normal. That's part of the process. Don't think that we're just repeating ourselves here for absolute nonsense or no purpose. You will use it in the file name. You will use it in the title of your web page. Google will crawl their website, okay, and they will see that keyword pop up over and over again in different critical places, and they'll say, hey, you know what? This person just typed on the internet, sell my house fast, Colorado, and good thing Bobby, has all these images, videos with the right keywords in the right places. So, we're going to put him on page 1 so that this person can connect with Bobby, the local investor, or Bobby, the local entrepreneur or professional. Okay. So yeah, there will be a lot of repetition. Also, we do like to optimize the images itself with keywords, right? Categories. And again, I'll show you how this all happens today, step by step. Okay, even where to find the videos. Yes, Jenny. Okay, so again, quick recap. You are going to title your images with keywords. You're going to use the description section with your keywords, okay? And you will also use backlinks, which will have the keyword. Backlinks, it's a technical term, and when you're dealing with online marketing or online promotions, I'll break that down a little bit in detail. No need to go into it in depth now. And last but not the least, you are going to geotag the images, which is a fancy way of saying you will place the address or the location of your We Buy Houses campaign. So when somebody types We Buy Houses Augusta, there's a reason why our company is popping up on there, because we have notified Google and we've placed it in key areas, which I'm going to show you where, that we want to cover the Augusta area. So if anybody types Augusta, it goes to us, right? It goes right to us. Okay, write a note. Okay, so geotag when possible. Now, Where are you going to be promoting these images? So I'm going to talk a little bit about where you're actually going to use these images, and you're going to use them in a number of different places. Like I said, when I launch a marketing campaign, I like to spend time crafting a particular marketing campaign or a particular marketing piece, and I like to be able to use that in other forms or channels of marketing so that it maximizes my time. I only spend about 30 to 45 minutes a day to create my content daily. And so I need to I need to maximize it as best as possible. So where are you going to use these images? Okay. Your blog and your website. Number one, first and foremost, you are going to be promoting the images on websites like Panoramia, Google, Flickr, PhotoBucket, and last but not the least, actually I have one more here, local directories, okay? Yelp, CitySearch, Angie's List, all right? And you'll also be using this in your Places page, okay? Places pages or Plus. Yeah, some people still are familiar with Places. Others have already moved on, and it's all Plus now, right? So that's where you're going to be promoting and using these additional images. Now, these will be utilized in videos, etc., right? Videos. Shoot, let's make it crazy. Let's go bandit signs, flyers. So do take, spend a good quality amount of time in crafting these images and campaigns because you will use it in other sources. Some people like to use it for their business cards, right? So that's where you're going to promote the images. Let's get that one out of the way. How to create the images. All right, so where do you get them? And how to create the images. Okay, let's start with the easiest place to go ahead and look and find it, and that would be google.com /images, right? Most people, when starting to market online, aren't quite sure where to start to find these images. Okay, so I'll go into more of that here in a minute. All right. Now we're shooting for 10 images. We want to get 10 images that we're going to use. You're allotted 10 slots for images in your on your Plus page, and so we're pushing for 10 images here during this session or as part of this series and activity. Okay. So we're going to be using 10 images. The first image that you will use, or keep an eye out among that 10, because one of those images is going to be converted into your billboard style advertising. What do I mean by billboard style advertising? This is the form of advertising where when somebody takes a look at that image or that photo or picture, they get a snapshot of the company information or what you do, right? So let me jump back on, where's that? Okay. What do I mean by billboard advertising? You know what? Let's go to images. Sell my house fast, Augusta. I'm going to show you this right here. Shopping. Oh, images. Okay. We buy houses, Augusta. All right. Let's let that click. Sorry about that pop-up on here. Let it kick in. Hold on. Let me just refresh that. Okay. So, ta-da. All right. As it's done. Okay. Let me show you a example of billboard advertising. So when I type in my keyword, hit search, right? This is a good example of billboard advertising. Sell your house fast. Call now, 804, blah, 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 blah. That's not us. This is us. And again, it ranks right on the top. Okay, so when somebody searches images or when they do a web search, we are popping up on there. Okay, so this is an example of billboard style imaging where they get all of the company and contact information on there. I do apologize. We are doing a live stream, so I'm not quite sure what the quality will be, but I'll try to minimize it on here. It's got the company information. It's got our keywords. We buy houses fast cash. That's what we do. Okay, it's got our number on there. Get a fair, fast cash offer for your home now without the need for stressful repairs or bringing your mortgage current. Call X. So I'll give you the ad copy that we have been using so that you can swipe and go ahead and use it. All right. So that is an example of billboard advertising. that I was talking about and making reference to earlier. Okay. Now, where do you get these images? Okay. Where do you get these pictures and images? I'm going to give you a handful of places if in case you don't know where to start, or like majority of you, you're just getting started doing your online marketing, your online promotions and whatnot, right? So I like to use google.com/images. Okay, and I think if you copy paste their web link, this is what it comes out to. It's google.com IMGHP. Let me type that in just to verify that that's working. It looks a little funky. But when you click on the link, it'll take you here to Google Images. And again, sell my house fast, cash, Augusta. Ta-da! We are on there. Sell my house fast, Miami. Again, I like to use Miami as a white hot market. So this is what I'm talking about in saying that it's a wide open field. I mean, the number one search result for an image is an angry face on here. This is We Buy Houses Local Home Buyers. It's got no phone number on there. So yeah, you could easily dominate these spaces. Somebody here asked me about Phoenix earlier. Let's take a look at Phoenix. All right, so Phoenix, no commissions. So we have one person on here, right, with a number. We got some videos, some images on there. All right, cool. So check out the website, google.com/images or IMGHP, and that's available here in the notes as well. These images are free, and you can also get some high quality images. Right, so you can pick image sizes, search settings, turn off and on the filters in terms of the type of content you are looking for, and search tools. So if you want whatever you do, do not use an image smaller than 600 by 800 pixels. I like to start out in the medium size images to double check. And large might be too big, but you can resize it and make it smaller later on, right? So you can filter out these search results. So Google.com, it's free, and we got some high quality images on there as well. The other site that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is ssxc.hu. Funky website name, right? This is a particular website that also does free searches. It's got high quality images, and you can get it for free. So this is what it looks like right here. Oh, sorry. Stock Exchange. Okay, Stock Exchange. Right. So you just search for your picture, right? Ugly house. Well, obviously I don't have too much ugly houses on there, but junker property. So I wouldn't find anything on here on Stock Exchange, but if I go to Google Images, search under images, we will find some junker properties on here, like this one. That's a really old house. Maybe junker is pulling in too many keywords, so we'll put, oh no. Let's just go. We're looking for an ugly house. All right. So you would just do a search, right? And pick an ugly house here that you would like to use for your campaign. Do make sure that the image is not copyrighted. There is a watermark on there that you need to get permission or purchase the rights to use the image. Also, and this is just as important, do not use an image that is low quality, that looks unprofessional, or just looks jacked up. Right? You want an ugly house. You don't want an ugly picture. I like to use pictures that I've taken for these types of campaigns. People can kind of tell it's something that's been taken out in the field. And if you are farming a local area, it will connect more with your target audience. Okay. Other websites that you can check out is bigstockphoto.com. Bigstockphoto.com. It's another good one. With Big Stock Photo, that is a paid company. Yes. Paid company. I think I don't do a lot of work off of Big Stock, photo.com, but I think you might be able to do subscriptions. Okay. But the nice thing about Big Stock is that they are high quality, okay, and super quality even. If you want super quality, all right, if these sites aren't enough for you, you can also check out iStockphoto.com. Very popular one, iStockphoto.com. Okay. Yeah, that was the the website that you guys saw earlier. These are paid, and they are also super quality. Okay, so depending on the type of campaign you are looking for, here are a couple places to get the images. Guys, girls, you could just go on Google.com. All right, don't have to get all crazy and over fancy. Don't over complicate it. Alrighty. Let's see here. All right. So iStockphoto.com. Okay, so you can check that one out. And these sites are where you are going to shop and get your pictures. Okay. Again, do not use copywritten pictures. Make sure that you don't have to purchase them or there aren't any rights tagged to them. If you do, then go through the proper channels to make sure you can use the pictures. Or if you have to pay for them, pay for them. Do not use images with brands in them. Okay. For example, like you guys saw, I showed you some pictures of some ugly houses. Okay, ugly property, and do not use pictures with branding inside of them. I'm trying. Well, here, Louis Vuitton. Yeah, you probably can't use that. That's branding inside of them. But that's that is not what I meant. Ugly houses, property. Ooh. Here we go. Homevestors. That's branded. Okay, so if you have a picture of a house like this, this beautiful piece of living room in this house of a property, and if on the corner of that image or somewhere in the image it says Homevestors, that's the brand. Okay, do not use that image. That is their image. This picture right here. So for example, if I'm looking for a group photo, okay, do not use this group photo because it's got a brand, it's got a company behind it already. So don't use that. Okay. And last but not the least, do not use images that are super jacked up, or it's so blurry, you just can't see it. It just looks totally unprofessional. Okay. Where you can't see it. It's easier to paint a picture in other industries, but let's see, what's a good place? I came from the dentist earlier today, and if I were you're looking for pictures of a dentist, I would not pick a picture where the dentist has all his tools looking like he's going to start hacking, your mouth or start digging for gold inside your mouth. I would use, a picture of a smiling dentist, very welcoming, and no tools in the picture. So just keep those three things in mind. Okay. It is ideal to use pictures that you've taken yourself. And you want to ask yourselves, does the picture kind of reflect the company? Does it kind of give a description of what you do? Does it evoke some sort of emotions? I mean, you see some of these ugly houses, and it definitely, gets a reaction. You're like, that's a real house, you look closer. And if you're in the we buy houses industry, that screams, I'll take any house. I'll take this house right here. And if I'll buy this house, if you have a house that's in better shape than that, but is beat up, that's a conversation we should have, right? So keep that in mind as you filter and pull your pictures. All right. Okay. So what are we gonna, so I said like we would actually go step by step through, put together some images that we're going to build a campaign around. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. So the next thing to do for you guys, especially if you're rewatching this, The homework assignment, the agenda for today, if you've got virtual assistants that are tapping onto these sessions for training, their workload today, on their to-do list is to copy images. Okay, so I want to select images of medium, okay, at the very least. Any color, any type, any time, not filtered by license. You can even put this on here, right? Labeled for me. Let's see, it's labeled for reuse. All right, it's pretty cool. So not filtered by license. More tools. Show sizes. Clear. Okay, cool. So we'll start to copy. We got to pick out some 10 images is what we're going to do now, right? So let's let this one load for a bit. Now, remember when I told you not to use images that are too small or that don't that are smaller than 600 by 800? You're going to see that kind of info available on here. So this is a 456 by 295 image, right? Test. Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 quick second. I think we might be getting the lens might be blinding. There we go. Okay, so this is what I mean here, right? 456 by 295. So that's too small. We want it to be a minimum 600 by 800 in order for to keep the pixel size and the quality. Okay, so that's not a picture that I can use. Maybe what I want to do here to save a little bit of time on these sessions, just go with large images for now, right? So we're looking for ugly houses. Large images. Yeah, see this picture? You can't use that. It's got some branding on there already. Okay. Here's one. Right? 19, yeah, so it's really big. And when you do save it, okay, don't just right click and save it on here. Go ahead and view the image. You want to go to the actual image location or file size, and then you click right click and then you save the image as, okay, and that's when you go ahead and enter the file name on here, and just make sure you note where you saved it on your computer. I like to save it on the desktop, and then I just move the files over manually. Okay, Homevestors, ugly house, 300 more payments, and it's ours. That's a funny one. Realty One Group. Okay, I don't want to spend my time browsing windows. I think you guys get the picture there. 600 by 800 is the minimum, so you'll have to comb through it. Larger. Oh, here we go. Sorry, 800 by 600. All right. Hopefully this will. Perfect. 800 by 600, view the image. This account has been suspended. All right, so that website's no longer in existence, but maybe we can view the image. No, it's not available there anymore. A couple of challenges you'll come across, right? Some of these websites are no longer in existence. Here we go, ugly before and after. Again, it doesn't have to be a completely jacked up piece of property. So you can go with something like this. Image size looks good. Click view image, and I'll go ahead and save this image as, and take note of where I do save it. Okay, so you're going to repeat that process 10 times over. Right? You want 10 image files that you are going to work with. I am going to... Which one? Let's use this one. So you're going to save 10 of these images, and I'll give you a tip right now. When you save it, put your keyword. And in this case, the keyword, the niche, the industry that we are applying it to is real estate. We want, when a person types in "sell my house fast," sell my house fast, and then the location, the county, the city, the market that you're doing deals in can be in your backyard. It can be virtually in another market. Okay, your search results, your content, your marketing pieces are what's going to pop up for these people typing and searching online. Okay, it's so that you can get found on Google and get you to page one, just like on the videos and images that I showed you earlier for some of our active campaigns. So I am going to go ahead and save this one particular image, and I am going to save it under Sell My House Fast Cash Augusta. Okay, and I'll even put the city state on there. All right. I can't show you the rest of the inbox there. What you'll see is the end of the file name, but I'll copy paste that and place that here in our notes. Okay. Boom. Please take note of that. That is going to be very important. Now, after you've gone ahead and copied 10 of those images, okay, after you've gone ahead and copied and saved 10 of those images, the ones that you can use, all right, let's go ahead and yeah, now that you've gotten that, you can start, now that you've saved the files, now you have some pictures, some images to actually work with. Okay, so what do you use? What are the tools? Okay, tools. Or what do you use for editing the pictures and images? Okay, these are a couple of programs that you can check out there. There is Photoshop. Okay, believe this is a paid one. I don't use this one. Way too technical for me. Then there is Paint, which is what I do use. Yes, Microsoft Paint. Okay, and that is free, and you can get the job done with Paint if you need to bootstrap. And you can also use GIMP, and GIMP is free. Okay, so GIMP is you can download this online. Let me see if I can pull the link here for you guys. Just type in GIMP in google.com and you will land on this particular web page. Okay. GIMP. You're going to download it and install it onto your computer. Okay. I use it so far. No problems, no bugs, nothing like that. Let's go ahead and open GIMP. And once it opens on your computer, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so we just have to now open an image, which we can start the editing process. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do on all 10 of those images. Where is it? Where is it? Alrighty, and that should take us, here we go. Okay, so I've got my little toolbox on here of little tools. If in case there's anything you need to erase, there's a little eraser marker right on there. So I just go ahead and black out pieces of information that are not relevant or that don't apply. All right, and you can even cut some stuff out there. Do some Control X. And then I would go ahead and fill in those colors here. We just want a white color on there. So that fills it with black. We don't want that. We want white. Okay, so you can erase stuff and tinker around. The GIMP tutorials is really easy to use. The most common ones I use is this eraser right here, and then I'll box stuff in so that I can, block certain parts of the picture out, or create like a text box. And then if I need to fill in a gap or something, I'll use this little toolbox bucket right there and just paint over it like what you see. Now for the lettering, because this is where this is where the whole billboard effect comes in, right? Or happens, right? You are going to click this big letter A. Okay, this big letter A, and then you get to create like a box on here. Let me just delete all this stuff right here. Right? So you get to extend this box over, and that's where the text is going to start to fill in. So if we look at our images, give me 1 second, Sell My House Fast Augusta. Okay, so the ad copy that we are using in our text is we buy houses fast cash, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, let's see. Sorry guys, it's super small. Let me make that bigger here in a second. Right, as is any property, any condition, anywhere, call now. Yeah, funny question there, Jimmy. So yeah, if you're a massage therapist, this would be, tailored to that industry, that niche, or that particular field, right? And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Always use tracking numbers on these ads, guys. Don't just put any phone number on there. I like to know which marketing piece brought in the calls. How many times did people call? Are they calling regularly? Is it a marketing piece that sticks? I don't know if you noticed, but this was a video that we had put up in January of 2013. It is March 2014, and it is still on page 1. Get a fast, fair cash offer for your home now without the need for stressful repairs or bringing your mortgage current. Call 1, 2, 3. And again, any of these phone numbers, number 1, do not use Google Voice as a phone number on your ads. Do not. Always use a tracking number. All right, tracking number. And you can get that from a couple other vendors. We'll talk more about that later on. Right. If you have a dedicated line for it and you want to get the assignment and the work done, just use a separate line that has that connects to the office already. But if you can, just go on callfire.com and get some tracking numbers on there, or you can purchase local numbers. Okay. Okay. Now that you have that piece up, okay, what you want to do next is just hit Control A, right? Click in this box, Control A, or you can click from the top, drag it all the way to the bottom, all right? And then you want to make sure this toolbox pops up, okay? Because that's a separate, there's like 2 windows. You get the editing window, which is this, and then you get the toolbox, which is a separate window, okay? And then you're going to go here to font size, and you just start to increase this one as big as you possibly can without it so that they can see it and doesn't fill up your whole box, so to speak, right? So far this is pretty good. Current, call now. Okay. Colors, what colors do you use? I will use, again, you want to make sure that people can see it when it is on your ad, right? So in terms of colors, we need to pull up our toolbox. Oh, Sell My House Fast. Okay, and to change the color, the phone numbers, I always use, you need to highlight the phone number on here. I always use green as the color. Right, so I change the color this way, hit OK. No, not the whole wording will be green, but definitely just a portion of it. Okay, so the contact numbers in the ad are green. I use that. And then I'll offset the main text so that the color is something that can be seen or if it pops. Like in this case, maybe I'll use orange or maybe I'll use like a bright yellow. I'll test it out right here just to see again what colors are popping. And that would all depend on the picture that you're using. So yellow's not too bad. You definitely do not want to use white, not in this picture, I would say. And then let's see, what if we use purple? Purple, pretty dark. But phone number's green. And then for the text, I definitely recommend using another color where you can still see it's a different color from the phone number, but make it nice and bold. Okay, nice and bold, and you can even make it bigger. All right. I may put this here on top, or I may move it here on the bottom. Okay, so you would just drag and move it over, right? So green doesn't work here on the bottom. Maybe we'll use a different color. All right. So that's what you're going to be working on tomorrow's session. We're going to move this one forward. Okay. We need 10 pictures, or you'll need 10 pictures for your We Buy Houses campaign, or for whatever niche or industry you're marketing for, or you're trying to get traffic and leads from, okay, when somebody types online. And let me check the chat here. Correct. So 10 images. Save it in the format that I've provided on here, which is the keyword. All right, let me type it on here for you. Keyword plus location or target area. Okay, in this case, it would be city, state. All right, so please check that one out. This is the hard example right here. Have 10 of those. All right, so that should keep you guys busy for the next, 30 minutes or so. On tomorrow's session, we're going to continue to move this forward, and now we're going to apply the internet, the technical stuff, okay? We're going to talk about optimizing these images so that when you do a Google search, like what I had shown you guys on here, when you do a Google search, how do you get it to pop up here on page 1 or in the first results? All right. Most importantly, even if you don't have to go, because most people just start out on google.com, right? Just google.com in terms of searching, right? They don't go to the images section. But all of those items, where to fill in, what to fill in, that is crucial in getting it to pop up on page 1 and getting you found for your campaigns, whether it be We Buy Houses, whether it be kettlebells, lose weight fast, lawyer services, dentists, I don't know. I mean, whatever industry that you're in, right? So take note of that, okay? And once again, right, this is an active campaign that you see on here that we had searched. And these are third-party objective results. These aren't my personal results. It's still popping up on there. All right. So all of that on how to optimize the image will be for tomorrow's session. Okay. I'm looking at the questions panel, and it looks like everybody was super dialed in to the session. Some of the questions that I'm seeing doesn't look like they're really urgent. A couple of seller objections from recent marketing campaigns. I definitely appreciate how you put on there, hey, got a question, but it's okay to answer it on a next session, because you're following along on this one or taking some good notes. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the feedback. And so we are going to end with this. All right. Nothing urgent's popping up in the chat. I just checked, or I am checking the text. No other questions are popping up on there. So it appears we are business as usual today. Definitely roll this out so you can stay on top of it. So this week we're going to cover images, how to optimize that. We should be able to tie and close the image section by tomorrow. And after that, we're going to talk about videos. Okay, how to dominate, get found on YouTube, and we're going to continue to build on all these digital assets, putting it together. Again, there's a reason why our marketing campaigns, our online campaigns, or our leads are much better quality, and there's really low competition and much better. This will help you in terms of your pay-per-click marketing for you to drive down costs, right? Because like I showed you earlier, there are other companies out there paying really good 10, 20, 30, something ridiculous per click. But I just showed you, step by step on where it starts with images on how to build this out for free. All right. So my name is Gil, And we'll see you on the next live session. And on behalf of Bill and Steve, who we have live on these sessions as well, they say a big thank you and goodbye to you guys. Look out for some seller calls training, which is going to come out this week, and some posts in our group. Also, I'm trying to think if there's anything else major going on. No, that's really what we got coming up this week. So we'll see you on the next live session. My name is Gil. Thanks for hopping up on our online mastermind for marketing and lead generation on here. And we'll see you on the next live one. Have a good one, everybody.